Hello, Scorpio. This will be your monthly tarot reading for January 2021. I'm doing a new spread this month. I'm going to be doing 4 cards, one for each week of January, and then I'll be doing 3 cards underneath. One is for the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and the end of the week for all 4 weeks. And then I'll top it off with an oracle card from the Flower of Life Oracle right here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Universe, what does Scorpio need to know for January 2021? Top of the deck for clarification if necessary. What does Scorpio need to know, Universe? Okay, here we go. We get the Two of Discs, change, the Hierophant, spirituality, the Moon, introspection, and the Two of Swords, peace. Okay, for this first week, what do we have, Universe, with 2 of Discs? We get the Ten of Cups, prosperity, the Way, pray, and the Prince of Cups, expressive. For the second week, we get the Seven of Wands, courage. That usually goes well with the Hierophant. The Seven of Cups, illusion, Scorpio. And the Wizard, power of creation. The third week, we get the Three of Discs, the works. The Crown, completion and embodiment. Wow, Scorpio. The Five of Discs, worry. And for the last week, we get the Four of Cups, withdrawal. The Nine of Swords, cruelty. And the Ace of Swords, realization. If you go look at all my other astrological monthly readings and you look at just this last week column of January, there seems to be a theme going on with everybody. So I feel this is a very strong outward energy. This is more of an economic energy, a societal energy. I explained to Libra that this is probably something that you can't really avoid too much with the stress of the outer world, but I mean it also affects your inner world too, and that's what we're going to talk about is the inner world, how my cards read anyways. So let's go ahead and start with the first week here of January. It's the Two of Discs, change. The only thing in life that is constant is change. It can always be expected. So this is the main energy of the week here. The beginning of the week, you have the Ten of Cups, prosperity. So this is abundance. This is money. This is everyone running hand in hand and getting what they need and then some and having money in the bank. You know, this is more than what you need and everybody just happy and joyous and a lot of celebration and all of you are heading towards the same goal. By midweek, it's the way, pray. You know the way. Okay, and if ever you're in doubt, speak it out. Universe hears, whichever one you believe in, gods, angels, guides, guardian, universe, the vibe, Gaia, whichever one energy that you do speak to, this is the one you need to be speaking to. To say, to create, to really manifest what you're wanting to manifest here is to speak it out loud, speak it into creation here, because you know the way. So follow your gut on this, on what you're going to do with this prosperity that's coming into your life this week and causing this great change. And at the end of the week is the Prince of Cups. How are you going to express yourself? It feels like you have something you want to give the world, you have something that you want to create, and you're kind of letting the energies guide you here for your path of expression. You're feeling pulled by a greater force in which to act in certain ways, whether this be love and compassion, whether this be a spiritual or guided energy, or just your plain intuition and just a dream that you've been having and what you want to be. This is your chance to harness this on what you want to create with this prosperity you have and to express yourself. Come the second week here, the overall energy is the Hierophant spirituality. This is stepping above it. This is rising above all the drama and the rat race, focusing on self, focusing on growth, focusing on higher reasoning, taking the higher road. So the whole energy this week is attuning into yourself to make the best decisions for yourself and your loved ones. And um, if you are spiritual, if you are empath, you can expect, those dream sequences playing through. You can expect the number synchronicities. You can expect the symbolisms and the other things that universe uses to grab your attention that are specific to you. So this is the flow this week. The beginning of the week is the Seven of Wands, having courage. This is knowing what you have to get through and getting through it, paying these bills over here, restocking your pantry, catching up on the things that you need to do, and having the courage to lift up and to start to handle these things that are around you, as well as other people's personalities. You may feel like some people are trying to hold you back, saying, no, don't do that. No, you need to handle it this way, right? Trying to give you all that advice that isn't the best advice for you, and to have the courage to say, no, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I choose, okay? So the first part of the week is going to be about your choosing. Midweek, here we have the Seven of Cups illusion. This is usually revealing things that you have had that really just aren't serving you, and you've been putting a lot of energy, maybe money and things into it. So this is just the revealing of either self-illusion or external illusion. So let's do a little clarification on this Seven of Cups for midweek. We get the Four of Discs, stability, the Star, faith, and the Death, transition. Okay, so this is definitely, I don't know if you got a lot of hobbies going on, but if you do, this is going to be picking out which hobbies will be successful and provide you income in the long run. This is also possibly embarking on a new path. This could be a new job. This could be like a dream job, that's really going to give you that financial stability, and all the illusions of, I'm not going to have, is going to start fading away here. This is a lifting of a veil. This is a lifting of these energies that, that have been holding you back, and maybe you hadn't really noticed. It's just going to be like, oh my goodness. And that's causing this transition. By the end of the week, you are the wizard. You will have the power of creation. You have that idealism and path set up for yourself now. You're like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. That's not me anymore. Because this is a lot about expression and having the ability to express yourself, having the resources to do so, and the courage to really go after what you truly want, and having the courage and strength to sort through what you already have. If it's not benefiting you, it wasn't a waste of time. It was not. It was crafting a skill, testing a skill. If that skill didn't benefit you, then that's just a skill you're not going to work on anymore. This is what that transition is about for you, sweetie. This is following your dreams and having the stability come with it. Again, I'm feeling this is like a dream job. This is you stepping into a new position that better supports your stability and your self-expression. So like if you had a 9-to-5 grinding job that you didn't want to do anymore, this is that moving into that new department. This is definitely something that's going to benefit you internally, and start fulfilling your dreams about these other things that you had to set aside, and creating something stronger for yourself. You have the power of creation. You can do anything with it. By the third week, you got a lot of introspection going on. Okay? Now, a lot of people don't like to pull up the moon card. It's like bad luck for the one you love, da 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 da. But in this deck, what this is going into the roots of an issue. When I pull up the moon card, the introspection here, this is an allowance of yourself to experience unhealed parts and how it affects your everyday. Okay, now I know that bad experiences are hard to get through, and feeling disillusioned maybe with lineage as well. So your overall energy this week is going to be looking inwards, looking at yourself and your roots and where it's leading. And it'll lead you right back out, you know. But Scorpio, you're really in depth anyways and very into yourself. And so this is a very common card for you of introspection that Scorpio likes to carry. The beginning of the week, you're going to be focusing on the Three of Discs, what you're building, what you're working on. Have you got everything together? Are all the plans laid out? The solid foundation, and it's not just you creating this either, you know, other people are involved and they're putting in their skills as well. So this is definitely, if this is a new job, this is going to be a job where you have a lot of responsibility. By midweek, you get the crown, which is completion and embodiment, and that's just a gorgeous, gorgeous card to pull. So you have definitely done some inside looking and found your works to have strong foundations. You've done the inside work and you have found yourself, your higher self. That was the spirituality card. And you are the manifester of your destiny here, that you creator of your reality at this point. Let's do a little clarification here. As it all links, you got the way, and you got transition and the star, and you got the crown, completion and embodiment here. Even just this way is beautiful. We get the Three of Cups, abundance, Ten of Wands, resolve, and the Seven of Swords, the crisis. Okay, so you're pulling out of it now. You're sure that you got the roots, or the foundations are strong. You're focusing on rising above any of this old energy that we've had to introspect about. And of course, again, the crisis card I usually pull up for the pandemic, at least this time around, and it's that whole feeling of having to stand up for what you believe in and fight for, you know, your right, your word, and you know that got tiring, and you don't have to do that anymore. With the completion embodiment, you got plenty of abundance. You have risen above it and conquered over this issue here. At the end of the week, it's just going to be the Five of Discs worry, and this is just going to be worrying about, you know, your resources over self. Okay, Scorpio, you guys get into this where your worries overtake yourself. You know, you self isolate a lot. And don't get stuck into that, because you got a lot of abundance and joy and prosperity and guidance and courage and strong foundations working with you. So this is just the last little hump of like, you know what, I'm over all that, and you are ready to climb again. Now you're just like, okay, how am I going to plan my finances? How am I going to structure this? How am I going to do that? So at the end of the week, you're just going to be worrying about your external world, your material world, and how it's all playing out. So just a lot of thought coming here in this last week of January. The overall energy is finding peace. Okay, so this worry you have taken into yourself a little bit here, and you're finding that peace within, similar to like a Libra energy where you're finding that balance. So the first beginning of the week is the withdrawal, focusing on what you have. Don't sit in it too long, Scorpio. You started it this week where you started doubting and started questioning a few things, but all that it's solid, Scorpio. And then this last week, you're like, I need to pull back and think about a few things. Midweek, you're thinking about those few things, those Nine of Swords. These are responsibilities that you carry upon yourself. These are guilt and emotions that you carry for other people that are not yours. And you are not wrong for letting this go. This is definitely beating yourself up over something, about some sort of decision here. Let's do a clarification on this one. It seems like this whole row, midweeks. Let's do a little clarification on this cruelty here. We get the Eight of Wands shift. the Devil, desire, and the Lover's, marriage. So you're just worried that with those moves that you're going to make, maybe you're doing a long distance travel job. I'm getting that you're just focusing that home is going to be solid while you make these decisions. Are you making these right decisions? Was this the right move at the end of that week? Absolutely it was. Absolutely it was. The Ace of Swords, realization that you are free to make these moves, that it's all going to work out okay. It's going to be all right, Scorpio. Make your move, sweetie. Don't doubt yourself. Make sure your finances and physical life is in order for sure. Make your agreements. Know how to move it with this shift for yourself. And you can put down that heavy burden because the realization that prosperity is yours, abundance is yours. You have taken the high road. You have made the good decisions. Be solid in your beliefs and your decisions, Scorpio. Now we're going to finish it off with an oracle card here. You get a sign. Signs, symbols, synchronicities. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Ask your higher self to show you a sign that represents your highest development for this life. Whatever comes will be the most perfect sign to breathe life into your highest will at this time. Your sign may be a color, a feeling, or an inkling, a memory, a guide, or angel, something abstract or a symbol. Imagine your sign is gently floating in front of you. Light, energy, and wisdom shine from your sign and saturate every part of you. All is transformed, giving you full access to your higher will and courage. Be inspired by this newly found part of you. Allow it to reveal your highest development, your highest path, what makes you happiest. Open your eyes and continue to flow through your day. What makes you happy? Now you know, Scorpio. If you enjoyed this reading, go check out my other ones, like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.